Blessings, my brothers and sisters. The messages contained in these videos are offered for the continued realization of who and what each human being truly is. The consciousness-changing information brings forth the understanding that humanity on this planet is, in reality, a whole and holy awareness. From the global collection of belief systems arises a single picture that represents a composite awareness. This totality of thought creates the reality of the human experience. A great deal of effort is now focused with the intent of influencing how the individual and the total global awareness perceives the human experience. The mind discerns what it understands is its surrounding reality, but the feelings determine its believability. Confusion masks the ability to choose between what appears to be true and what the feelings believe to be true. Beneath all the rhetoric that is focused on the consciousness and subconscious levels within the current deluge of information in all of its various forms, is the human desire for the freedom to choose what is for the highest and best good of each individual and the planetary whole. Though the intent and purpose of humanity as a whole cannot be focused as a cohesive unit, a representative group with clear intent and purpose of representing the whole can set a process into motion. It is the components of intent and purpose, clearly identified as representing a whole and focused upon a defined outcome, that attracts to it the power to manifest into reality. It is the contribution of the many into the focus of a unit of definite intent that draws to it the power of subtle creative energies. It matters not whether the wording of each contributing focus is exact. It is the intent of the final outcome that is the cohesive factor. For the purpose of example, suppose the final outcome desired is the reclaiming of the ownership of this planet. Suppose the group of those who have evolved on this planet decide that the governing and destiny of this planet is theirs to control without outside interest, parties' interference. This would be a definition of the intent and purpose that would be clear enough to draw to it the energies of the law of attraction. This would result in those of like desire joining in this expression of intent and purpose and thought. Through the thought focus of this desire and the intent for this to become a reality for the good of the true citizens of this planet and the physical planet itself, the universal laws would begin to operate. The thought and emotional desire would bring to attract a greater thought process, and energies would begin to coagulate into events and circumstances that would support this process. The key is not in acting out resistance to the current apparent situation, circumstance, and apparent events, but in focusing on the desired outcome. The act of holding the desired outcome with the emotions of desire and idea of the outcome is the application of the law of allowance. This is the most difficult of all the laws to apply, for the events that are happening will still reflect the expression of the established process until the focus of the desired outcome is beginning to influence the total picture. The process of the two situations must evolve into a chaotic dissolution of the established process before the desired new process can begin to manifest into reality. Herein lies the difficulty. focusing group of humanity that is now instrumental in the initiation of this change into reality is also accustomed to what is referred to as instant gratification. The ability to hold this intent and purpose firmly in mind and heart through the chaos into its manifestation into reality is extremely difficult, even for those of well-disciplined mental capacities. It is because of the absolute desperate situation that is facing the humans becoming on this planet and the prospect of the loss of all progress made over these past thousands of years that will be the impetus to do this. To indicate that the above statement is true, it is only necessary to avail oneself of the now abundant material available on the internet, talk radio, and many published revelations of conspiracies that subjugate the citizens of all countries through drugs, intimidation, and war, as well as physical, mental, and emotional abuse. The deliberate attack on the moral, family, and religious beliefs at the basis of human experience are now beyond the logical acceptance of a mind that is not already separated from its ability to logic and analyze the data clearly. Fortunately, there remain in the minds and hearts of all humans certain key and triggers that can yet be achieved and activated that causes them to click into an awareness state that throws off the carefully programmed acceptance state of the propaganda that has been force-fed into their minds. The continued attack on the health of the bodies by the altered food, drugs, and medical healthcare system has created a further complication for humanity to rise above. The adaptability of the human body has amazed even the perpetrators of this entire scenario of control. However, the ability to absorb much more abuse has been reached for many. It is to be remembered that all of the above are part of not only the planners of the controlled scenario, but it also plays into the necessary chaos that will allow for the birthing of the new paradigm of experience. Unfortunately, it is to be remembered that nature uses the survival of the fittest, or put another way, the survival of the adaptable, as a rule. Thus, it is wise who began to assist themselves through choice to assist nature in surviving by carefully deciding what foods and other products are allowed into and on their body, and further, what programming is allowed to enter into their awareness. Almost all media is programmed contrary to the highest and best good of those who regularly expose themselves to it. It does not help to be aware of its purpose and decide to take from it only which serves the highest and best good. It is wise to remember too much media input overwhelms even the most adept at choosing what serves and does not serve them. Media includes music as well as spoken and picture presentations. Those who will bring about this phenomenal reversal of the planned scenario of the future of this planet and its remaining inhabitants will learn and apply well the four primary laws of the universe. In a free will universe, desire, focused intent, while observing the law of allowance, leads to balance and harmony. These laws will become the God of their lives, and upon the wisdom of these laws will rest the future. They are the foundation of the new paradigm of experience. All building blocks will be shaped by their application, their simplicity, and their energies and intelligence, that their interaction with focused minds that hold clearly their intent for the highest and best good of all will bring forth changes for the good of this planet and humanity that are beyond anything the present human mind can even imagine. It is the clear and present desire for this incredible experience that must call and hold the minds of all that hear this message and resonate with this information. Upon your mental shoulders rests the future of this planet. The question remains as to whether there is enough commitment and focus to bring about the desire to own and shepherd this planet and your continued progress. A galaxy of your fellow God beings await your decision and your follow-through. I leave you now, my brothers and sisters, in the love and the light of our one infinite Creator. Peace be with thee.